Trying to get the technology right, but see how it comes. Can you hear me, everyone? There is lots of movement happening there. Please not make much noise. I have somebody who asked last week a question about I think there's some comment on the Facebook. Best way to cool down, calm down, stable mind quickly. The person best way to calm down, stable mind quickly. I don't think you need to calm down anymore your stable mind because it's already stable. But I think the question may be slightly different. So how or what is the best way to cool down to make your mind stable quickly? That would likely be the question, but whichever way it is. Himanshu asking that question. And then there's a one person called Christopher Richard D. Temple. I think is the probably Latin name somehow, that maybe I be wrong. I always contradict your teachings with a laugh, smiling. In the Shiva Samhita, it reads, whether one kills the priest, sleeps with his guru's wife, steals or drinks alcohol, by the practice of Yoni Mudra, he escapes these sins. So what is sin? But the other side of merit to the yogi who has made his home the central path. So basically asking to know what is the sin to a yogi who have made his home the central path. And that comment is actually on the post that I posted some time back. That was about, I think it might have been, is power good or bad? Everybody has power, physical power, mental power, emotional power. There's power that within you, that is the power of nature, resonates through you. Then there is a power outside, the power of social structure, power of money, power of control, power of how people rule. Any power you have, if you use it to empower other people, then yes, it is beneficial. When you use the power to suppress and control people, then it is very dangerous. So if you have any power, always use it to support and create kindness and compassion and love. Cultivate compassion and kindness using that power and knowledge within you. The best power one can have is self-awareness. So my thought for today is start cultivating compassion and love. Drop the chase for the power, start feeling the power inside you. Within the body's awareness, connect with the inner strength, the inner power that will create an ultimate awakening, and that power you will feel is the real power. My friend Christopher, I don't see that your comment having any contradiction to what I have said about power. You are just only talking about sleeping with the Guru's wife, killing a priest, since drinking alcohol. Who cares? If you are practicing yoga, I understand sin is just the other side of the marriage, but every sin you leave or action you create, the merit you create, they are like seeds you are showing into your consciousness, into your awareness, into your unconscious part. Sometimes they last long time. The more you are unaware, the longer they remain within you. There is a simple circumstances. There is a law of nature, two separate things. When you follow the law of nature, you get reward immediately. Any perspective, when you following the law that created in the human circumstances, you don't get reward for it. Only thing you don't get punished for it. But when the moment you create any sin or whatever you want to relate to it, you will have its own consequences. In terms of what is the sin to a yogi who have taken the central path as his home, or once you label yourself a yogi or classify yourself a yogi, there's so much purification has been done already to your thinking, to your actions, to your behavior. I don't think once you arrive at that stage, there can be anything, a concept of sin left. Unless you are just using the name yogi as a facade, decorate, then there is a different stories. But if you have gone through the process of becoming or whatever you have become, I believe the many concept that is coming from the mind may no longer be there. No longer be an intellectual process. It become a real-time awareness, something that you have direct experience with your senses. Otherwise, it is just something you read. What is the life of a yogi look like? What is the person who practice yoga looks like? Killing a priest, you can kill one priest, two priests, million priests, who cares? I'm not really bothered how many priests you kill. And then sleeping with your guru's wife, if she fancies you and you fancied her, please do. Depending on why you are sleeping, that depends on your intentions. Steals and drink alcohol, and person who is practicing Yoni Mudra anyway will not do such thing. Yoni literally means there is one mudra in Shiva Samhita that purifies your thinking. When you're practicing the Yoni Mudra, All those things that have been listed would have been classified as the greatest misfortune that somebody who is doing yoga can do. But they are a metaphor. You would not be able to do such thing if you are practicing the Yoni Mudra practice according to Shiva Samhita. That will automatically purify your senses. There will not be a possibility to do so. But still, if you think, Christopher, everything you read is not always can be perceived by without awareness. So I don't really agree with many things that mind can read till you are in capacity to acknowledge, till you are in capacity to have a direct experience of what Yoni Mudra can do if you are practicing. I have one more question. The best way to cool, calm down, to make your mind stable very quickly. Why is so much in a hurry that you want to calm down your mind very quickly? There is no such thing cooling and calming your mind down very quickly. If somebody is telling you that you can do such a thing, remember, it is soon and later not going to work. It will be like you have taken the drug to numb the brain, and once you come out of the discomfort, drug or the pain is still there. So if you are working to calm down your mind as quickly as possible and stable on top of it, it is unlikely to happen. But I can give you a couple of tips to do it. Regular yoga practice every day. Regular pranayama practice. Seriously doing it, not just doing for checking the box, but seriously participating with the practice. Meditation, pranayama, going for a good long distance walk whenever your mind is very unstable. That can also calm down your mind. But what is important part, if you want to calm down your mind and very quickly, when your mind is driving you crazy, the fastest way, you breathe in, hold the breath inside, close the mouth and nose, till by yourself, not somebody else. Close the mouth and nose and hold it as long as you can. See how your mind will still have the same reaction of the anger it had before. Push it to the limit where you feel like you are no longer going to survive. Continue holding it. Just let your mind fight itself to take your hands by itself. Keep it there. Don't take them off. See how long, if you can, hold your breath inside. But once you let go of the nose and mouth and the breath you are going to take, I guarantee you, that will be very refreshing and your mind will be very stable as well. And immediately calm, not running around, not will be unstable either. Just to make sure that you don't have any heart conditions when you do that practice. Health and safety. There's other technique you can do every day. Good 20 minutes of alternative nostril breathing. Third practice you can do, good 10 minutes of Brahmari Pranayam every morning around 5 o'clock or 5:30 a.m. But I like to sleep till 10 o'clock, not going to happen. So if you wake up 5:30, 5 o'clock, good 10 to 20 minutes of Brahmari Pranayam. That will also create a good foundation for a stable and calm mind. You were asking about Namaste. I would like an advice. Fibromyalgia and inflammation, please. I think it is change in the weather here in the UK have caused a flare-up. Maria Burnell. I think she was asking a question last week in the Sangha. Maria, the best practice for inflammation, make sure you remain hydrated. Regular asana practice. Regular asana practice, not once a week. When you have any condition to your autoimmune, always make sure you have a regular asana practice. Inflammation in the body, you can reduce by pranayam and cutting down the food that creates excess kapha and pitta in your body. So there are several things you can take it for the food wise, regular asana practice, and I'm sure the weather will probably come down by now. So other question, my dear friend asked, talk about Vipassana. What is Vipassana? Vipassana is creating an awakening. Once you become awakened to something, you always create a judgment. You always create a little judgment towards something. When that judgment happens, that judgment creates either you liking or not liking. That leads to that point. Raga and dvesh. When you have a raga and dvesh, it's something that you like, you create attachment to it. You would like it to happen again and again and again. As something that's unpleasant, they don't like it. You would like to fight against it, don't want it to happen ever again. So basically, you are constantly contributing. So when that contribution you are doing, it constantly feeding. Once you start feeding, it start growing. When it grows, it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. There is no peace you can have. There is no compassion you can have. The kindness you can't have. The karuna maitri you can't have. Ananta maitri. The inner loving friendship relationship toward yourself. Your awareness will also be affected. Once your awareness is affected, the whole life becomes chaos. You don't even see yourself. When you can't see yourself, it means total definition of ignorance. You can call it arrogance, you can call it the thumb, the fire, you can call it. The darkness takes over your spirit, your energy. I give you an example of Mother Kali. In this definition, in this story, you will understand the entire concept of Vipassana. Just from one story. You know the Mother Kali, you have seen the picture of Mother Kali. Very vikral, means like very vicious, very angry, very frightening, and ruled by the thumb, ruled by the anger, ruled by Rudra at the time. Basically doing Thunderbolt. If you look at the image, the Shiva, who's her husband, she's standing on his chest, holding the bow that can never be filled, infinite bow. And tongue is sticking out, dripping blood on it. Very piercing eyes, red from the anger. Holding the many different 4 weapons, or many arms. Sometimes we have 20 weapons. Some of them 20 arms, 4 arms, 6 arms. They are different for different stages. In that picture, is literally a human mind. But same time, it also has a solution. When you are angry, when you are in a state of tamas, you lose your awareness. When you lose your awareness, all you do, you kill your energy. That is your father. That is your husband. Shiva within you. So tamas dancing on your chest. Fearsome. The demons that you have within you, your attachment, raga and dvesa, liking or disliking, constant aspiration for it. There's a story goes on about Kali. As soon as she kills the demon of, remember your emotions, the sensations, samskaras, arising and dying, arising and dying, arising and dying. Throughout, every day is happening. Some of you might be aware, some of you may not be aware. It happens more when you're trying to meditate. you get more samskaras, you get more memories, more thoughts, more previous liking, disliking, something very pleasant, you want to stay there and hold on to it. But unpleasant, you start fighting for it. So when you are in a state of tamas, all you're doing, you're just killing yourself. Your possibility that you're dancing on your chest with Shiva, which is your husband, the energy, which is supposed to unite, not actually uniting in harmony, but actually destroying it. That is pretty much every human is doing. But what Vipassana does, some other parts within that picture for Vipassana is, the moment you kill by using your awareness, whatever is coming, understanding of the samskaras, whatever comes to your awareness, you have killed that samskara or control the samskara. I'm using the language that may be a bit different to it, but you get the concept of it. Then she lifts up, making sure not a single drop, not a single seed of the samskara, the karma is being done. It goes to the ground, because the moment that blood goes to the ground, and the demon will sprout. It's a seed of your thought. So whenever any samskara or any sensation arrives in your body, you immediately observe it, witness it, feel it, sensation it. But don't hold on to it. Don't create an attachment or liking, disliking to pursue it, means you have killed it. But the moment you invest energy into it, means the drop is gone into the ground, it will back again. So constantly lick it, constantly clean the blood, clean all the sensation that happens by the Kriya, which is your direct experience of the knowledge, the understanding, the witnessing part. So awareness, freeing it. Whatever is left over, collect it into your awareness. That is the infinite power that never can be filled. That is your knowledge. Other example, I can give it to you. Remember, any action you do, any action you do. I believe you may have seen a banyan tree. Banyan tree seed is very tiny. You plant the seed, it sprouts. Once it sprouts, it creates a massive tree, and tree that fruits. And every fruit is a drop. It has a seed, and it will sprout again. The seed will grow into a tree. Constant multiplication of your karma, constant multiplication of your thoughts. How do you stop? How do you break that pattern? The moment you have a awareness, you planted the seed, but if the seed is being dropped into your consciousness, into your awareness, if you plant the seed into a stone, unaffected, you are not providing any energy into it, not providing the right environment to it, will that seed sprout and grow into a giant tree, creating the multiplication of thoughts? Probably not. What Vipassana does, brings the awareness to your body, awareness to your consciousness, awareness to your mind. So any sensation, any emotion, immediate or from previous lives, comes. What happens? You observe it with awareness, not feed it, not contribute to Bhakti. You become free. You're not giving a right environment for your thought to have multiplication process. Another concept. When you stop feeding your thoughts, soon and later it reaches to a state of samatha, which is equanimity. You develop a equanimity towards your liking and disliking. Something that gives you pleasant or gives you unpleasant towards you. You become totally neutral towards it. The most dangerous part in one person's life can have raga, attachment, dvesa, not wanting, irsya, jealousy, alasya, laziness, lethargicness into the one's nature and awareness, and doubt constantly. These are the 5 biggest root cause of human awareness, to keep it low. But through the practice of Vipassana, you transform or creates a completely different awareness of the practice. Shraddha, which is compassion, or which you can call it devotion, or you can call it faith within your capacity. But Shraddha is not just a normal Shraddha, but is with the vivek, with the knowledge, ability to discern, try to take in the gunas of towards to who you are in having a devotion to. Virya. Nowadays people think virya is cement, but in Sanskrit language, virya means power, the strength, the stability, the purusarth of a person. Smriti, ability to see the truth, accepting as it is at the time, no fighting with it. Samadhi is keeping your mind in a samatha, equanimity. That is also created by Vipassana. Last is Kriya, is direct awareness of within in your own self. What is happening, what you are experiencing, your direct knowledge, experience of discovering the layers and layers and layers and layers of your consciousness, uncovering them. That is what you benefit. But how do we do it? You have to be very alert while you're practicing. Totally alert. You can't be procrastinating. Very serious work. It is not just a work You decide to do it, but you have. It is a very serious work. Back in the days, when people used to do it used to be Chatur, 4 months. Some people used to do it 40 days, at time reduces down. Then it became 20 days. Nowadays people don't have time, they want to do it in 10 days. Now some people only want to do it in a weekend. There are more people who just want to quieten the mind as quickly as possible. Remember, keeping the mind calm is not only aim of Vipassana. There are many other things. If you can't break the cycle of life chakra to reach to nirvana, there is no use of practicing meditation. You aim high, not just stay mediocre expectation from the life. If you are on a spiritual path, still set your goals high as you can. Not just, I just want my mind to be quiet so it doesn't bother me, so I can go to sleep properly. That is a very low expectation from your own self. If you are practicing spirituality, set the maximum goal. I want to attain nirvana in this lifetime, not next lifetime or later, within this lifetime and now. Then you work towards to it, and even you are working in the process, life will be transformative. Peace, having a peaceful mind, and a stable mind, or calm mind, will not you have to think for. You will not need to worry about. It will become a byproduct of your lifestyle. The peace, calm, always be within you. Nowadays, everybody wants to have a peace, bit of calm, quiet mind. That is not the aim of meditation. It is a very wrong expectation from meditation. You are not actually even meditating when you only try to be peaceful and having a calm mind. You not even begin to meditate. So, on that note, I hope it makes some sense. There is more to the technique. I have not explained the techniques, but if you like next one, I will announce when we will be doing. You'll be more than welcome, Mr. Smith, next time. Everyone, pranam everyone. I have a biggest Vipassana anybody can do is staying away from technology, staying away from the watch, staying away from the day-to-day or garbage, mundane food. And remember one thing, when I teach Vipassana, I make sure you go through the full process. There is no cutting corners. And no reading, no writing, no phone, no time. 24/7. There's only one thing is a sadhana. You are sleeping, you are meditating. You are walking, you are meditating. You are eating, you are meditating. You are not talking anyway, but inner chattering happens, you are meditating with it. Anyway, on that note, I believe that is enough for today. We'll see you next week. If you have any questions, please do reach out. See you soon.